And it all culminates in the O2 in London in a few weeks' time. And these two will hope to be there.
Well, at the moment, Littler is almost as far clear as Liverpool are. He's 7 points clear and certain to be at the O2. But unlike Liverpool, he's got to win a playoff series at the end of it all. And that is the real business matter of the Premier League. Aspinall 116. The 19's route is his penchant. Can he find the treble from that lie, that angle? No, he cannot. So Humphries coming back for a level ton mark to open up the scoring.
Yeah, just a hold though. Good pick off from Nathan. He was a bit disappointed with the first dart just because it landed low below the treble 19 and he had to shuffle along. Good first one from Humphries, good second one from Humphries. Just a 17 darter, but a key holder throw to kick things off.
Humphries with odds makers.
Humphries starting down the bottom of the board, trying to get rid of the 1-3-3, but he better than that, he got the full. Complement of the treble 19s, and Aspinall on a ton plus finish for the leg again. He couldn't find any treble in the combination the previous leg on the 116. He has on this occasion. On the inside, it's a big chance for Humphries for a bit of daylight.
Well, a dart at double missed by the Asp. 16 for tops for Humphries. Hit it in the first leg, hits it in the second. Cool hand Luke. Cool hand checkout. 2-0.
We talk about Nathan's technique a lot as well, and it's not us bringing it up, he brings it up as well. He's trying to say he's working through it, but he does adapt on a weekly basis. You can see he's throwing with a lot of pace, not really sighting it up. He literally just says what feels comfortable on the night, what feels comfortable in the match.
He went fishing in Rotterdam. Can he read it in Liverpool? Oh, the second dart wouldn't go, and the grimace tells you how close that was. From a Dutch port to the port of Liverpool.
Yet to miss. A double Luke Humphries. He has now. Chance for 2-2.
25 is found for tops. For 2-2. Level game. And this time it's Humphries who misses a dart.
But he forced it to the side and leg. He battled and then he took that and pieced it all together in Munich. And he'll hope to come here a different player this week.
Can he leave 36? No, he can leave 76, and it's Humphries' turn to cast the rod. Another there. And we're denied a bullseye bid, but he finds it anyway to lead tops, which has been his target of choice tonight, for sure.
Both players been finishing well. There's just the 2 darts missed at doubles. And there's 2 if needed here for Nathan. Doesn't need to. Brilliant holder throw, 3 apiece. No, I wouldn't write it off happening in this game.
No, yeah, fair shout.
It's another 1-7-1 here, Humphries.
I would.
Needs to wrap up this performance, Luke. It's
57.
Performance like this has been few and far between. I say it's only been a couple of weeks, but he's the world #1 and will be heavily scrutinised when he doesn't perform. But this is excellent. A couple of darts missed at doubles, but it doesn't matter. It's 113 average. 5 from 8 on the doubles and a leg away from grabbing himself a couple of points. We'll see him pretty much into the playoffs.
Well, he's turning it on here in Liverpool, and no mistake. As Mark said, he averaged 118 against Bunting a couple of weeks back, Humphries. But this would be his second best average of the comp this year if it's maintained in and around the figure of 115. He wants 81 to wrap it up.
49.
For Aspinall, he could have done much more. This being a good display from Nathan, and it looks like he's going to lose this match, but he's got to take the positives of a decent, well, a really good display again. Humphries has just had the answers, and this is to wrap up the opening quarter-final.
And Luke Humphries returns to form in some style. He's been stuttering and spluttering, but he's found his mojo on Merseyside. Humphries Downs Aspinall, 6 legs to 3 in the opening match.
4.
The bunch is 4.
180.
We've had a bunch of 180s, or half a bunch of 180s then in the opening leg. 2.
93.
But the
What a
important
start.
Yeah, the important thing here is for Luke Littler that this is for a break of throw. Oh, MVG is not going to get a poke at the fish.
Second leg, it's Luke to throw first.
Well, in the blink of an eye, the advantage is gone for MVG. And the achievement of winning on the European Tour just days ago helped Michael, because the guys now, let me assure you, are looking at the fixtures and who's possibly coming out with so many points after night, whatever it may be. Oh, on a pinhead.
162.
Without even trying. But Van Gerwen will get a shot here to level it up. He may go tops. He goes tops. And he couldn't go tops. So a chance for Littler to double his lead.
He would have hated that last dart, MVG. He knows it wasn't thrown well at all. And after the first tops went in, what a marker it was. And double 8, 4 perfect darts on the bounce. Now it's 7. When he starts a leg with a max, there's always a little rumbling.
Yes.
40.
Temperatures rise.
Has your temperature risen? Seriously?
And a bit more.
It has now!
And a bit more. We have a bunch, officially a bunch of 180s from Littler. 4 in the first 3 legs.
121.
141. Littler.
41.
Ah,
44. Mark Urukai, 157.
well, it's an important shot.
Yeah.
He's got to set it up well at least.
57.
Well, he's already missed the ton in the previous leg. That's not a great setup. This is for 3-zip. And he'll go, oh, okay. I thought he might have gone double 19, didn't fancy.
100.
This has got to go.
Yeah, same equation as the last leg. The same result. It isn't going to happen.
41.
Well, this is for 3-0, but crucially for 2 breaks of throw.
Yeah, the 2 breaks. How much faff? Absolutely 0. Van Gerwen not at it. Littler at it. 20 points difference in the averages.
Yeah. On a mission before he even walked out, Luke Littler.
56. Mark Urukai,
My only
60.
surprise is that he missed.
Got to go. Moving. It's easy to go low here. Don't go low. Oh, perfect.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Well, it'll make him feel better for a moment,
Game on.
but it was only a hold of throw. It's a real chore for him this evening, Michael.
59. 116.
For 5-1. Well, he was banking there on the fact that Van Gerwen isn't going to take out 170 with his choice of the second dart. He was right.
Yeah, look how far he is away. Michael will be so disappointed with this evening. That's assuming he goes on to lose this match. Single. Tops. They were quick.
Yeah.
My word, they were quick.
All of a sudden, it's a different outlook on this game now. Littler missed a dart at the ball for 5-0.
With that visit. Just leaving 120. He did not do that on purpose.
No.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
Definitely not. Tops. Oh, different game. Could have been 5-0. Should have been 5-1. And now it's 4-3 and the pressure's on Littler.
Yeah, credit to Michael. Took out the 60, left the 36 and took it out first dart. Took out that 120. Nathan Aspinall is already on 17 points, but he has been eliminated already this evening.
96.
So a win here for MVG would put him back in the top 4 momentarily.
It will.
Thank you.
Taking his time. These won't be thrown quick.
You cannot keep him quiet for long. That was magnifique. It was brilliant.
Look at him.
134.
That was an incredible reaction. Look at him, look.
What about that from Van Gerwen? Different look now.
59. Marking required.
What a game.
Wow. How has Van Gerwen somehow got into a position to get back into this game?
56.
His set-up play has not been
42.
magnificent, MVG. He's left a single to double.
Marking required 48.
Should get 2 darts, unless he has a wayward one. For 5-5, but it's a break of throw. Double 8.
Game shot and attack flag.
How has he got back into this?
Well, it's astonishing.
It is astonishing.
How on earth have we got a deciding leg in this game? Absolutely. 2 darts for Littler to win 6-3.
What a dart. What a first dart.
140.
Well, this would be one of the most astonishing turnarounds of the Premier League 2025.
58.
This will rile Luke Littler. This is an awful
4-0 up.
loss.
4-0 up.
57 for Tops. Tops for a win.
62.
Who'd have thought Michael Van Gerwen would have had a dart to win the game?
He's going to get some more.
82.
Luke Littler, you have to say, has blown this
40.
big time.
That is how you take your opportunities. Michael Van Gerwen wins a game. Let's be honest, when did you ever feel that he felt that he could win it? But he did, by 6 legs to 5. It went south from leg 1 to leg 2. Then,
Going into that night, following on from Bunting in Berlin, Aspinall in Manchester and Doby in Rotterdam. Have you ever heard the like? He wants
92. Stephen,
to tee it up with another 18 to leave. Double 16 for 2-0 here, Rob Cross, with this amazing head-to-head record over Bunting. They've met 18 times, 14 wins to Cross, 3 for Bunting and 1 draw. Couldn't find the second.
101.
And this now for a nice 13 dart hold of throw without the pressure of having to hit this dart, but does. A really decent start to this match from Rob Cross, averaging
It's on here for Stephen Bunting. Not now, and Rob Cross with a real long-range finish, second highest in the book.
Yeah, you'd still have to say Stephen's feeling pretty good about the position here on his throw. Although this could be epic and crushing.
95. Stephen, you require 32.
Stephen Bunting looking at double 16 to put a leg on the board, holding throw. Double 8. Well, Stephen Bunting over the first 11 weeks of the Premier League. His opponents came back off the canvas from 4-0 behind. My word.
Yeah, particularly against the world champ and the league leader.
Stephen, you require 108.
Now, this is a big visit in every possible sense. It has to find the treble to lead the double. Can't do so. So Rob Cross now. Time was when he'd avoid Tops at all costs. Here he has 3 darts at it for a 4-1 lead over the hometown hero.
Yeah, I like this from Rob. He gets away with a 20 dart hold of throw, and he comes back with an attack in 13 breaking the throw. So it's almost a double punishment of Bunting's inability to take advantage when he has it.
5 legs down, crosses 1 foot enough to take any kind of advantage.
Yeah, that fourth leg, the 20-dart hold of throw by Rob Cross. And that'll be the real low point that Stephen Bunting might focus on looking back on the match if things finish off here.
Rob Cross cast in the role of party pooper here in Liverpool and looking to rain on the Bunting parade here.
96.
And he's left himself 50 if Stephen Bunting hasn't got a roof raise at the end of his right wrist here.
133.
It's a great setup, but it may well be completely and utterly irrelevant. Rob Cross wants 50. He wants double 16 here. 2 in hand for the match to reach the semi-finals for the first time in 4 weeks. And there it is, Rob Cross with a darting demolition job as he railroads Stephen Bunting in Liverpool with a ton-topping average, voltage on target in the first match. He wins by 6 legs to 1 to move into the semi-finals, where he'll face last week's winner, Chris Dobey.
Against Luke Humphries, the first semi-final. Rob Cross awaits the winner of this final quarter-final.
135 going to 128.
Well, I was begging for the second one. With this double 10, he's already had a 144, and he's added a 128, and he's getting lively now. He backs up that breaker throw with a hold, and sportly acknowledged by Chris Dobey. Both players playing really well. 109 average price, 107.5. Dobey.
Remember Dobey's first crack at the Premier League? He lost a lot of games when he actually played really, really well, didn't he? And it's been the same story for part of this Premier League campaign as well for him. Just not quite good enough.
Well, he finished 7th in that campaign. There's a lot of ton plus averages, and he would have likely finished 6th had Dimitri Van den Berg not got a walkover on the last week against Michael van Gerwen in 2023. Look at this for Dobey. 11 darter. Brilliant from Chris Dobey. Back within 1. This is some match.
Wow, yes, what a game. Price 110, Dobey nearly 113 on the averages.
100.
Well, that's okay. He's left 100 after 9. Chris Dobey's averaging nigh on 111 and might be about to go 5-2 down.
81. You require 100.
It was the right call. Had the option of going tops, but it was sitting up nicely for the treble 20. The direction wasn't there, though, and I think he made that choice as well because of Dobey being on 167.
Yeah, of course. There's always a risk if you go tops. You chuck one out the board, and then you're not leaving yourself a single to double if you mess around after. But he's done that here. It's in his hands, and this is a big breaker throw-in coming. Gedwin Price is 1 away from jumping back.
You require 138.
Well, he's not going to add a 138 to a 144 and a 128. Brilliant setup play, and Chris Dobey can just hit and hope, but it looks like it's Gedwin Price completing the semi-final lineup.
90.
Good performance again from Chris. Not done a great deal wrong. It's been all about what this man's done right. And he gets there with a brilliant performance. Gedwin Price averaging towards 107, 50% on the double. Yeah, acknowledged by Chris Dobey. He knows that was impressive from Price. Dobey not too shabby himself. 105.5 average. Gedwin Price, who completes our semi-final lineup. He'll take on Rob Cross. But coming up in our first semi-finalist, Luke Humphries taking on Michael van Gerwen.
Not a slow start. He just missed those 3 at a double. Luke Humphries just a few weeks ago had the most spectacular game that we've seen in this year's Premier League, averaging 118. The levels he has, that's why he's the world number 1. That was safe and that was brilliant. The 74 was faffless, as was that. There's no such word, but you know what I mean.
140.
Luke does use very long stems with the firm flight, and sometimes, just sometimes, he tries to pile his way through and they just don't quite get there. There we go. Well, they got there, didn't they?
Well, they've met in one semi-final, nightly semi-final in the Prem this year in Belfast when Humphreys won. Forget that for the minute, hold the back page. Because Michael van Gerwen here is looking to add another 9-dart leg to this incredible season of 9-dart legs.
Michael van Gerwen hasn't hit a 9-darter on Sky Sports since the 2013 World Darts Championship.
My word.
I just always find that ridiculous.
Well, incredibly, bear in mind what we saw in the first couple of legs, this is for a level match. Another there. Oh, yes! He couldn't quite pin that against Littler, but he's pinned it there. The double-double check. Van Gerwen level.
Darts is amazing, right? Has 3 at, well, has a dart at tops, misses double 10, has 3 clear at tops, misses with all 3, and then has 2 and gets the pair of them. The 4 180s will please him.
Oh, look at this from Humphreys with the setup turn to force Van Gerwen to take out 140. Can't do so.
Got to keep straight.
60.
Well, this to move to the brink of victory. It's been a performance of authority here from Humphreys. He wants tops. Double 10. Oh, 2 missed darts at double. Just opened the door ajar for Van Gerwen.
Again, got to keep straight this first dart. That's it. Double 10.
60.
Dart Javu did that in the first leg. Wired the double 10 and then went on the outside of that for 5-2. Massive dart this.
Game shot the 7th leg. Luke Humphreys.
The importance of that.
It's Luke to throw first. Game on.
Look at Michael's face, look, disgusted.
Well, having missed the night in Berlin, since then in the Premier League he's averaged 91, but tonight he averaged 95 and change against Littler, and in this match against Humphreys 102.5. So,
yeah.
And that's not even mentioning the tournament win in Munich when he banged in 4 ton-plus averages. So there is signs of improvement, Wayne.
Massive signs, especially scoring. Double 16 now,
54.
and he's averaging 101 and a bit, and he's missed 12 darts at a double. That's the scoring Michael van Gerwen that we've come to see over the last, in a way, 2 decades nearly.
Double 8. And Van Gerwen's still in this match. Got to find the break. Another break.
Yeah. 160. Could have left 120.
101. Luke to require 130.
This is for the match. The treble 20 is requisite. He finds it. Bullseye for the match.
99.
Wow, whistles wide.
Yeah.
58.
Held on to it too long.
And he's got to hit this. Tops. That's miles away. That is... Right, now then. Has to break Humphreys here and hold Van Gerwen. Humphreys has got 2 chances to win, but he doesn't want to go all the way.
96.
Leg or so for Van Gerwen, those stabby darts into the 1 segment.
Yeah. Just not finishing the follow through.
130.
Pressure, that's what it is.
36.
Wayward again.
This has gone horribly wrong for Van Gerwen, just at the wrong time. He had a chance, but Humphreys can extinguish his hope here. 52 remain, double 16 match start, and Luke Humphreys is through to a 6th Premier League nightly final. Michael van Gerwen shakes his head. His revival was short-lived tonight. He did beat Littler. He couldn't beat Humphreys. And the former world champion, the former Premier League finalist, is through to the nightly final in Liverpool.
Put yourself in a nice spot going into that last week, so you get theoretically an easier match, an easier opponent.
140.
Yeah, and then as we know, it really is a blank piece of paper, isn't it, when you come to those playoffs at the O2. Tops for 2-0.
30.
Still plenty in hand. Rob Cross averaging 76. Hasn't turned up. That's his best visit of the match so far.
20.
To double up. These are 140. Another one of those.
85.
Yeah, and it looked academic, but a horrible third dart.
No finish. Definitely a finish for Price. Third top plus finish of the night. It's a third leg for Getaway Price, and he's halfway to a final against Luke Humphreys.
Could be argued, maybe.
Cross knows some experience, doesn't he? The other way round. That 5-1 doesn't mean you win.
98.
Played Luke Littler. Lost 5-1. Earlier in the piece, earlier in the Premier League, lost 6-5. To stay in it, he needs tops.
Oh, and nails it. And not that satisfying, because he realizes now he's got to get a break of throw, and his opponent straight in that trouble the first dart and found another in there. So a lot of work to do for Rob Cross here if he's going to manufacture a real comeback attempt.
But the beauty of this tournament is that you never know. Hey, he may get to a final, may get to another final. He may not win a night. He may do enough to qualify. That's the beauty of it as we get to the last 4 weeks, to the business end. To win it.
77.
And nothing for Cross to do here. Set up and hope for the very unlikely Price miss of tops with 3 darts. Because the mood Price is in, he's threatening to win the night.
It's been a really good performance, this, from Getaway Price, not just in the semi-final, but in the quarter-final as well, where he dispatched Chris Dobie 6-2 with 107 average. He's beaten Rob Cross by the same scoreline with 105 average.
Price has had a really good night. The race for the... Price is still in those spots, but the race is going to be frantic.
Yeah, very bunchy.
71.
Superb from the world number 1.
134.
He'll go 54 tops.
Look at this. Double-double, brilliant from Humphreys. Aggression. I was just going to say, when players don't use the 25 now, do they? They're aggressive from the off, aren't they? And they will bring double-double into display. But for Humphreys, there was no indecision. He knew if he didn't find that trouble where he was going. Had his route mapped out. There's Price, who gets a second max.
You can normally tell with Gezi whether he's thrown properly or not, whether he's thrown well. The darts really do enter the board with some authority when he's playing well. When he's not, they can go in a bit of a flimsy fashion. Well, they're going in well tonight. Oh, he wants the double 19 again. That's 3 times in 2 legs. Oh, please.
76, so it may just be 1 dart for Humphreys. Tops for Luke to lead and get halfway. Pulls it low. What an opportunity for Price here now.
For a break. He's got to attack this. Or you can let go so late that it's like a week late.
76.
What a mistake for Price that is.
Awful dart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at the way it went in.
Humphries making a meal of this. He's having to shuffle over like Price did in the previous leg, and it's the same outcome.
Is there some kind of force field around that double 10? They can't get near it.
Low score.
Oh, he's annoyed.
There's a draft. It's blowing him into the next segment.
20.
I assure you it's not that. Just a bit of lack of concentration, but that is a key leg. It's the worst leg of the match, but it could be the most important. You give the world number one an advantage. He's a hard man to chase down.
An illustration of how well he's scoring, Mark. He's missed 10 darts at a double and still averaging 103. That's an illustration of the scoring. Tops! Majestic! Yeah, there it is, pal! Incredible. Miss for what seems eternity, and then take out 151.
Yeah, and it was wild, his darts, and he went into a double 17 at double 2, the 15 segment at double 10.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable from Price. And a 155 in this match from Humphries, and a 151 from Gerwyn Price. There's reaction. Won't be adding any more next week. They meet in the quarterfinals in Birmingham.
What a game.
162 going to require 132.
To move within a leg. Oh, go on then. Little red bit right in the middle.
107.
He'd have fancied that.
Luke require 140.
He left plenty of the ball to aim for. It was a good sight to the first dart, and he's going to come back. Generally one for double 12s, the route for Gerwyn Price here.
100.
To go one away from a third nightly win.
We know he likes it, and he gets it. 5-3. Still more drama to come, you feel, in this game.
95.
But it feels like only 95 because it leaves 89. I was going to say, a big visit here. Got to think about it.
42.
Okay.
Luke require 89.
Don't think about it for a second, and he's left 168. Poor play.
Yeah, and it means Humphries didn't need to bring the ball into play.
81.
Changes everything, Mark.
Well, he could come back now, splitting 25. There's a bit of pressure, and
Yeah.
3 in hands at double, and it's should be a holder for over Humphries.
Luke require 8.
Like Mark said, he's coming back with 3 at a double. It was all so easy from when Price just didn't think about it, hit a single 19. But this is the leg for him.
Isn't really going to wobble Price too much.
81.
That could be the mistake. That really could be the mistake. Majestic. Leaves tops. Will come back for it.
There's the layup. Humphries hitting and hoping.
93.
But this for a third nightly win and a crucial part of the season for Gerwyn Price.
And it is his third nightly win, and he's loving life right now. He is the boss of this evening in Liverpool. 104 average in that final. It's roughly a night average of over 104. That was brilliant from start to finish from Gerwyn Price. He beat Dobie, he beat Cross, and now he's beat the world number one, Luke Humphries, who is still on 2 nightly wins. That was his 6th final, but that was a brilliant performance.
Yeah, and the best player has certainly won this evening in Liverpool. Gerwyn Price beats Luke Humphries in the final.